Alright buds, and welcome to the Minor Pokemon League weekly update. We are now over halfway through this season now, and that's kind of wild. It's flown by for me. Anyway, we'll be discussing the week 4 results, the current standings, the MVP race, and a butt ton of free agency moves. Lots of coaches really taking advantage of their bonus points this week to really improve their squads. And of course we'll be looking at this week's fixtures as well, for the games that are coming up on Friday. So, let us go into this week 4 results first. First of all, we have Rewt and his New Jersey Brobats beating Johnny and his Oregon Ducklets 1-0. Johnny, of course, previously undefeated for this week, so that's pretty impressive that Rewt managed to beat him 1-0 in a pretty close match. And of course, then we have the undefeated Sebby and his Montreal Monfernos remaining undefeated against Aron and his Allendale Arons. Aron just out here trying his best. Of course, we have Sparrows and his New England Evolutions, I'll pronounce it right one day, beating Mastodon and his Mastodon Gastrodons 2-0. Sparrows now stringing 2 wins together in a row, while Mass on a downward spiral at the moment. That's 2 losses in a row for Mass, and that's pretty tough. He was top of the table in week 2, now he's slipping. And now we have the Philadephia Aegislash beating Tablemon and his Chelseadra 4-0 in the biggest win of the week. Again, like Noah and no pun intended, or otherwise known as no pun intended rather. Of course, getting a couple of wins together now as well, so momentum definitely in his favour now. So, of course, Tablemon still looking for his first win in the Minor Pokemon League, so good luck to him. He still needs to get a win on the board, and I'm sure he will by the end of the season. He may even surprise us. Maybe Tablemon will be the one that beats Sebby. Won't that be something? Anyway, let's move on to the standings. In first place, we have Sebby and his Montreal Monfernos, of course, undefeated. 4 wins, plus 14 differential. Crazy stuff. In second place, we have JohnnyGB and his Oregon Ducklets, 3-1, plus 4 differential. So he can still definitely catch Sebby. Sebby just needs to start slipping up. And then, of course, third place, Masto and his Mastodon Gastrodons, 2-2 now, plus 3 differential. Holding on to that third place by differential points alone, just clinging on there. And then right behind him, we have No Pun Intended and his Philadephia Aegislash, 2-2 record as well, plus 2 differential. Chasing that pack up front ahead of him, as is Sparrows and his New England Evolutions. My god, why can't I say that? With a 2-2 record, minus 3 differential. So the hard beatings he took from Johnny and Sebby early in the season, he's got those out of the way now, so maybe he can start stringing results together and really aim for that top 3. And then Rewt is also 2-2, like most of the league at the moment. In fact, half the league is 2-2. Minus 4 differential. He got a very big win against JohnnyGB this week, so he was looking to start building momentum and really put pressure on that playoff spot. And then we have the Allendale Arons, coached by Aronskii. 1-3 record, minus 3 differential. He's looking a bit off the pace, but he's still in this. And then we have poor Tablemon. 0 wins, 4 losses, minus 13 differential. Almost the same minus differential as Sebby's positive differential, which is kind of funny. But yeah, good luck to Tablemon the rest of the season. I'm sure he'll get a win eventually. He's just got to keep trying at it. And to his credit, he's still in there. A lot of people drop leagues for having bad records and everything, but he's still in there. He's hanging on. He's a fighter, and that means he's probably going to win eventually. But now, let's move on to the MVP race. We have a new kill leader because Mass decided to sack his whole team to it. It's Blacephalon. 10 kills, 2 deaths. Yikes, is what I gotta say to that. And of course, in second place, we have Sebby's Mega Gardevoir, 7 kills, 1 death. Then we have Gyarados, still there, still in the top kill leaders at week number 4. 7-2, 7 kills, 2 deaths. 5 of those came in week 1, but that just proves you just need to get a couple of big sweeps and you're in the kill leaders. And then of course we've got Zeraora, impressive showing now. He's now in 4th place, 7 kills, 3 deaths. And then you have Johnny's Kingdra, 6 kills and 2 deaths, rounding out the top 5. And then you've got quite a few people just outside the top 5, like Whimsicott and just definitely still in the fight, and this MVP race is still all to play for. So, let us move on, shall we, to the free agency, and there's a lot of them, so I'm just going to go straight to them. First we have Sparrows, who was our only free agency guy last week. I think he was the only one that made a free agency move last week. I could be wrong, I'm pretty certain. He drops his Kling Clang and uses some bonus points to pick up Electivire and Barbaracle. Now, I don't like Electivire myself, but I'm sure he has his reasons for picking it up. That's probably just bias against the mon in itself, but I just don't like it as a mon. It's a mon that can do a lot of things, but all the things you want it to do, it can't do well, I find. Barbaracle, though, very potent Shell Smash sweeper, so that's definitely interesting for his team. He does have, things like Volbeat, which can help it out, with the likes of, spreading some status around. And, of course, you have a few rockers here and there. Definitely, the Shell Smash threat is definitely potent and something to watch out for his opponents now. But yeah, that Sparrows team, it's looking better than it was. Like, if you drop Kling Clang and pick up 2 mons, generally your squad's going to be better overall. Bit of a ground weakness now look at it. Just a tiny one, but nothing too outlandish. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, I should also probably point out how bonus points work, shouldn't I? Bonus points. Basically, I give the coaches all bonus points based on their uploads and battles. You get 1 bonus point just for battling. You get 1 bonus point just for uploading. You get a further bonus point if you battle on time, like before the deadline. So no Johnny, and uploading on time before the deadline, basically on upload day. You get a point for that. So you can earn 4 points per week, basically, and those go into your pot. You can build up on those and you can spend them on upgrading your team as the season goes on. I quite like it as a system because a lot of people get bored of draft format within the first 5 to 7 weeks, I find. Mainly because maybe not drafted perfectly, and this allows you to really upgrade your squad and reward coaches for battling on time and not johnning and all that stuff. So I like the bonus point system a lot. It allows people to really upgrade their squads, and I just think it's a fun system. It adds a bit more fun to the format. So I hope more leagues pick it up as well, because I'll definitely be adding it to majors next season. I think it's been a fairly successful beta. But let's move on to the next free agency. Sebby makes one trade. He dropped his Munchlax for 1 point, uses 11 of his bonus points because he's been saving them up, and picked up Celebi. And if you'll notice, next week he's against Rewt. Spoilers. And yeah, his Zygarde 10% switch-ins weren't the best until right now. So yeah, I saw what you did there, Sebby. He picked up Celebi for Rewt. And of course, Celebi does add a lot to his team as well. You got nice U-turn, more rocks, and another fighting resist. So that's it. It's still a bit knockoff a week, I guess, because he's got Eevee users for days and now another psychic type. But I guess he's got Justify Cobalion as well, so it's fine. But let's move on. Celebi's there. It's very, very cool that Sebby managed to pick it up before he faced Rewt, literally right before, and I think that's definitely going to be a factor. I will not be surprised if we see Celebi next week on the team preview. So let's move on. And next we have Masto making a couple of trades here. He's dropped Pikachu and Misdreavus. So yeah, bye-bye Pikachu. By my bold prediction of 5 kills a season, it did get 2, so it's something. He picks up Rotom-Mow and Mismagius, so he evolves his Misdreavus and gets a better electric type and a better mon in general in Rotom-Mow. Rotom-Mow allows him to have a better hazard removal option. His hazard removal right now is Blaziken, Claydol, and that was it. So now he has some very solid hazard removal, as well as something that can really break down bulky ground/water types pretty well with Rotom-Mow's Leaf Storm, and it's Volt Turn and all that jazz as well, but mainly it's a very solid defogger, and I think it really does add a lot to his team. Mismagius, it's just an upgrade for Misdreavus, I guess. It's just a straight up upgrade. So that's all I've got to say about Masses, really. It's made his team more solid overall, and I think it'll definitely serve him well going forward. Now next up, we have NoPunIntended, and it's Philadephia Aegislash, drop in Regigigas, rip Regigigas, for Armaldo and Scrafty, which, adds a few things to his team. He gets In Scrafty, he gets a dark type, which he was kind of missing. He had Psychic Resist already, like Mashana and Klefki, but it adds that to his team. He already had a fighting type in Keldeo, but Scrafty is a very different mon to Keldeo. And yeah, it's another setup sweeper, I guess. It's something. Armaldo's cool because he didn't really have a spinner, and now he has a spinner, as well as Armaldo in a rain does get Swift Swim, so that's something. And yeah, I think these definitely add more to the squad than Regigigas ever did, so definitely good upgrades. And he's still got a lot of points left, so he's probably saving up for something sexy in the future. So let's move on. We have Aronskii. Aronskii makes a couple of trades here. He drops his Ember and Driflim for Salazzle and Sharpedo. And this definitely picks his Aron squad up quite a bit, because Aron speed tiers before, they were not nice. We learned this because I helped Aron prep a couple of times. His speed tiers weren't the best. He allowed base 100s to basically be adamant or modest against him, which is not ideal. And now he has mons that don't allow that, so that's good. And yeah, he has more setup with Salazzle and Sharpedo, which is pretty nice. He doesn't really lose anything from this. I guess he could stand to pick up a fighting type maybe in the future, but that's not really that big a deal right now. And I like the squad. It's getting better going forward. It's better than it was. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how Salazzle and Sharpedo do in future weeks. And is that it? I think that's it. Yes, it is. So that was the free agency this week. But now let's look at the week 5 fixtures. We have NoPunIntended against Mastodon. The Philadephia Aegislash versus the Mastodon Gastrodons. Gonna be an interesting match. Mass on that slide right now, but Noah on the uprise. So can Mass stop the rot, or can Noah just keep going with that momentum, aiming for that good playoff spot? Then you have Rewt versus Sebby, which is interesting because, Rewt, he beat the other undefeated team just this week, so maybe he can be the one that can beat Sebby and knock him off that front top spot. And then you of course you have the resurgent Sparrows versus Aronskii, Aronskii's been struggling in the weeks leading up to this, so let's hope that, well, let's not hope, but let's see if he can turn things around against Sparrows and his New England evolutions. And then of course you have Tablemon versus JohnnyGB, and that should be an interesting match because Johnny coming off his first loss and he doesn't want to lose against Tablemon, who's still looking for his first win. So watch out for that. Maybe Tablemon can finally get his first win against Johnny, who could be on a tilt. We don't know yet. He wants to stop that tilt before it can get out of control. So let's move on to the schedule. You can of course watch all the battles on the coaches' channels every Friday in their own YouTube on their own YouTube channels. Links are in the description to those. And of course, you can also check them out in the playlist that will be posted on the main page of this YouTube channel. The weekly update usually goes up. It says Sunday there, but it's definitely Mondays. That's what I meant to put for the weekly update. That goes up 7 PM BST on Mondays, so what you're watching right now. Then there's Battle of the Week. Battle of the Week is on Twitch, where I watch all the battle videos live on Twitch. We can watch them together, we can have a good time, we can talk about them live on Twitch, which is a good time, so I encourage you to come out and check that out. And of course there's Pokemon of the Week on Thursday, which I like to just summarise the best mons of each week. The top 3 of each week usually get featured, along with some honourable mentions if I feel like it. So yeah, that's Pokemon of the Week. That's 6 PM Thursday BST, and other time zones you can see on your screen right now if you're watching on the YouTubes. So yeah, that is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed weekly update. It's been quite a long one because of all the free agencies. But hopefully, tell me what you think about the teams. Tell me what you think about the bonus points and if other leagues should do bonus points. I think they should. It's a bit convoluted. I think I could do with simplifying it slightly, but I definitely think it's something that should be implemented in other leagues as well. But anyway, I've been rambling for too long. I'll see you next time, friends.